Here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. We're running just a couple of minutes late, which is me and Jenny, just me, Jen, really, me, because we've just been getting everything organised at work, because we're going into lockdown again. So, you know, there we go. Anyway, I will be with you in just a tick. Please make yourselves at home. Make sure that you've got a cuppa, and we'll have a little bit of fun. All right. I think we're good. I think we're nearly good to go. I just have to run out and do one more thing. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you. But while I'm gone, I'm going to leave you with what my American friends would say is a little bit of eye candy. And I'll be right back. Hey, Jin, are you coming in for this, or are you staying out? Okay. I think I've done everything. Did I turn the heating off? Right. Alright. So, how are we all? Well, what a day. It's, I think you know what's going to happen when you get up in the morning, and then it just all changes. First of all, I haven't had a look back at Tuesday night, but could you tell it wasn't that great? It was not that great, and that was the reason I delayed it. And I got halfway through yesterday. You know, house girls, we just crack on, you know, because we're tough. We don't get man flu. You know, we just keep going. And at about 12 o'clock yesterday, I went, you know what? No, this is not acceptable. I do not feel good. So the whole afternoon went pear-shaped, and I went back and saw the so-called expert, and I was right. Everything was not good. I had a very, very impressive throat infection going on, and got the rest of my stitches taken out. I feel so much better today. I got to sleep last night, so I'm pretty buzzy. So this morning I didn't drag myself out of bed. I was up, ready to go. And yeah, and then we got word that things may not be as we expected for the next few days. And then it just kept going and going. And then Mum and Dad came down unexpectedly. Don't you hate that? When you just look at your bedroom and go, oh, I haven't made the bed, there's stuff everywhere. But they just had to take it the way they found it, and they were fine with that. But Mum brought down a whole heap of beautiful remnants packs that I was going to have in the warehouse this weekend, and now we can't do that, evidently. I just caught a snip of the news, so it looks like, no, we're not doing any of that this weekend. I'll try and put them through our live show next week. I need to have a look, because those of you who've seen Mum's packs are absolutely beautiful. If I can categorise them by weight and I'll get them up onto the website, then we will do that. We'll do that for you. Yeah, I'm just going to have a sip. No, it's perfectly, it's not even coffee, it's honey and lemon. Still a bit hot. I probably could have done with a bit more honey. Oh, that's all right, I'll cope. Don't you love that? We don't have lemons, and they're like gold for about 6 months, and then there's just a plethora of lemons everywhere, particularly at our house. Anyway, before I gibber on anymore, hello Carol and Kathy. Good afternoon, Sharon. I have moved the switcher back to the other side in the camera, as per your suggestion. It was more to do with me being left-handed, because I worked out the camera was better on the other side, so my hand wasn't in the way, but my brain can't work with it, so I've moved it back the other way. Hello Tina and Denise, it's good to see you, and good afternoon Yvonne, I hope you're well. I've got both my Denises in the building. Yeah, hello Marie, hello everyone. Pat's here. I'm just thinking, Pat's got an order in for stuff from Tuesday's show, so does Fiona. Yeah, Fiona, look, it's very sad about going back into lockdown again. I shouldn't speak, I'm not voicing my opinion. I'm not voicing my opinion, except if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. I certainly know there is enough in my sewing room. There is enough going on here, and it's a big thing for us, which I'll mention in a minute. Hello Gail, hey, good to see you too, and Linda's here. Yeah, so Sharon just said, Ginny would love this basket. Ginny did love this basket. Ginny actually scored an entire expensive skein of sari silks all to herself at one stage. And it was destroyed. I couldn't use it for my sample one. That was quite a while ago, but she did have one. Flick is in the building. Oh, Flick, I still haven't sent your box. Keep adding things to it, yeah? So it'll go out tomorrow, even with lockdown happening here. We still have freight companies around. Hi, Fiona. Hello, Kathy. Oh, Nan, you're here too. Thank you, and thank you for a very, very nice note that I got today. Donna, hello. Yes, Donna, the purples. We will get there in a minute. They are yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, Cass, have you got your mug too? Someone else ordered mugs this week. Was it Ruth? I don't know, but mugs went out this... Yes, someone ordered the mug and trivet combo on the website. Please, please just remember, this is real metallic. This is real metallic on here. And I was just reminded of that again today. I think a couple of us have stuck them in the microwave at work and forgotten. I think Steve did one day or someone did. But I gave some to Mum and Dad, and they were down this morning, and Mum goes, hey, we stuck them in the microwave. Fireworks, sparks and lightning. Yeah. It's metallic. But they're a good mug. Cass designed that little waratah with me on that mug. Just by the way, she organised the mugs. Love our mugs. Oh, hi, Anne. Yeah. Yeah. Lockdown. It's just a pain, isn't it? Thank you, Jenny. Yes, see, Jenny Miller was in yesterday. She knew I was a grumpy bum. I think I'm allowed to say that on Facebook. A grumpy bum. Along with Stuff This. Also, Fiona, it's your fault that we're in lockdown because it's your annual leave time. Oh, well, I'm very good to know that you know, Lorraine. I'm very happy for you to take the rap, quite frankly, because we thought it was us. Because last time lockdown came round, we had all our machine quilting workshops booked, didn't we? And when did we reschedule them for? Didn't we? Tomorrow and Saturday, and next Friday and Saturday. So if you, seriously though, if you are coming to one of our workshops, you have an email in your inbox, or check your spam folder or your junk folder or whatever. It has come through from Cass probably in the last 15 minutes. And we have also reminded you of that on a post on Facebook. If you're in A Quilter's Life, we've reminded you there. If you're in the Chandler's Cottage Applique Club, we've reminded you on that Facebook page, because I need everyone to see that email if you are coming to our workshops. We have not cancelled them, we've postponed them, but we've given you some other options as well. And to that end, Cass and I had a chat yesterday about perhaps running some virtual or interactive quilting workshops through Podia, which is where we run our Quilter's Life, and we were having a chat about that. I'm probably going to do that for the girls that were coming to the workshop, and then later on we will offer that also into A Quilter's Life, because it gets to the point, doesn't it? We just go, let's plan that for later. Let's plan that for later. Now, what was I doing here? Oh yes, so before you got here, let's pop these over here for it. There's only so much you can put on an ironing board, and I think that's it. Lorraine's in isolation. Oh yeah, you are too. Sorry. Yeah, that's about it. Before you got here, I was just doing a little bit of decorative stitching. Now, I've got to stop telling you, well, no, I'm all right from now. I'm very conscious I say what we're going to do in the next show, and then it doesn't happen and I change my mind, or circumstances get in the way. I don't think I can set this up close enough for you to see what I'm doing. And that's happened again today. So, I don't think I can do it. I'll set this back here and finish this off. I know what we're doing Tuesday and Thursday next week. What we were going to do today, give me 2 seconds. It's very noisy, so I'm going very fast. I just want to get a bit of this done. How much have I got? Yeah, that'll do us. That'll do. I'll set this to the side. What I was going to do today, and I spoke briefly. What? I spoke briefly about. Oh, I'm touching the touchscreen. Oh, you. Was working with a felt project. Because of what I got up to yesterday, because of us actually having seriously to spend a fair bit of time sorting out the next couple of days with the lockdown pending, I didn't want to rush it. I want to do it really properly next week, so I'm going to show you what that is. And today I've decided to come back, and do a little bit more with the weaving because of the extra specials that I got in, and we just didn't get to finish that all off the other night. And I know I was a bit out of whack. Poor Rob copped the brunt of most of that. Oh, Donna, the new convection ones, the combo ovens. Yep, I can get you all the info on that. Oh, Sharon, they should just elope, shouldn't they? You're reading the comments because I'm reading them. I can get the info on the ovens though. They're convection, they work differently. I've got friends in the catering trade that use them, and also Rob knows all about them because he's still in the industry and he knows all that stuff. So I'll get him onto that. Now, how'd that mouse get? I don't know how that. Have you seen this mouse? This Felicity sent me this mouse. Which camera? That one with my cup of honey. Look. She usually sits on a very high shelf away from you know who, but oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, now all of today's stuff, with the exception of one, is up on the website under Live 5. So it's the same code that we had on Tuesday, and all the things that we had up on Tuesday are still there and available. So if you order things on Tuesday, Lisa King's at work. She has everything kind of all happening, cutting the kits for the woven trim totes and the lanyards and the purses and any fabric you bought. All of that's all happening at work, and then they're sitting there waiting in case you would like anything else from today. And if you haven't ordered yet, you still can. And they are all going to stay up. I mean, with this lockdown and stuff, we're going to leave them up, and we will, while we still have stock, we will fill orders from those. So if you are watching this and it's Saturday, don't stress. If we've still got them, they are there. And if you can't see them, that means that we've sold out. So, first of all, I'm just going to, this is kind of getting in the way a bit, isn't it? We'll just pop it down there, because we're going to come to that in a minute. First of all, we've got some yummy new fabrics in. But the first thing I just want to go back over, oh look at that, the sun's gone in. Yeah, I'll pop this down here. Okay. So this is the second last show that we are doing in my sewing room. So I have to, if you saw the place, you'd die. But what happens is that this is my studio sewing room. I have a table for drawing, I have a table for cutting, I have a table for sewing. Is that it? Yeah, 3. And then I have another room now because Steve's moved out. Hello Cheryl, good to see you. Steve's moved out, so his room is becoming the paperwork room, or my office room, and then that will also be permanently set up for us to do our shows. A can't wait. This is the second last one where I'm climbing over everything. And this is also, hopefully, depending on Amazon.com, the second last show without some new lighting. It's coming. I did decide to consult Steve on buying large, expensive items off Amazon. So they should be here within a week, and then you are going to love the new lighting. If you watch Natasha Makes, then you will know the lighting I'm talking about, because it's pretty flash. Someone asked me about Natasha somewhere and how to get to her. She is Natasha Makes on Facebook. She usually comes on at about 7 o'clock at night time, so you can watch her after tea. And yeah, we're really good mates. She's my new distributor for the UK. Obviously, it's very expensive to bring fabric in from there. They pay more for their fabric per metre than we do, but she has some gorgeous stuff and she's amazing. So yeah, please go check it out. Very, very entertaining. Very, very entertaining lady and a good mate. This is the Kid Starter Pack. This is still up. I think it's under Live 5. If not, it's under Live 4, but I wanted to show it to you because of the new fabrics I've got today. So this whole pack, you've got 10 30cm cuts, and it is $39.50 for the pack. So I just wanted to bring that up again. I had a look before I came home today. I think we can do about another 8. Don't hold me to that, but I think we've got about 8 that we can do. It's still sitting there on the bolt, ready to pack off and cut. So they are just really lovely. If you've received one of these packs or you've ordered one, can you please just leave a comment for me or message me or email me? I'm a little concerned that some of the packs, because you know we're just not perfect, are we, at Chandler's Cottage? I'm a little concerned some of the packs went out without that cute little block demo that I promised you. So please have a look for me. If you haven't got it, or you've lost it, there's no shame in asking for it again, and I will just email it to you. So even if you just email at info@chandlerscottage.com and say, Lisa, where's my block? And then we can check that back against your order and I'll send it out for you. But it was a fun little block, and yeah, I've actually started my little kit for Phil's friend to make up for her baby. So I'll leave them there for a tick. Now, on to our other specials in terms of fabric. So I've got a whole lovely, lovely little collection of fabrics here. Oh, you're so good, Cass. Thanks for that. Is she really under Natasha McCartney? I thought she was just under Natasha Makes. I know she's natashamakes.com for her website. And if you check out her website, that's what ours is going to look like next week. So these are all under Live 5. Don't leave a gap in between Live and 5. Just go all capitals Live 5, and you will find everything there. A few things I probably don't even talk about today that are there from Tuesday. Anyway, so this is the first one. I'm stroking it. If I lay that down, give you a look. So this is Clothworks. We've had a lot of Clothworks before and everyone loved it. Hello Kerry and hello Glynis. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. You know, I've got a hard decision to make this afternoon. I am supposed to be going across town to see young Steve, because he's very nervous. He's got his first house inspection today, ever, because he's renting, poor darling. And he's freaking out. He's got the oven clean enough and the bathroom's clean enough. But if we go into lockdown tonight, he's not going to have inspection tomorrow, is he? He needs to, Hey Cass, can you do me a favour? Can you text Steve and ask him to ring his real estate agent and say, has he still got inspection tomorrow? I don't think he will. Get him to ring them and check. And that will save me a trip to Footscray this afternoon to see young Steve and do the mother thing, and then I'll be doing it when he does have inspection. And I'll be couriering across all the work he's got to do. But yeah, I suppose that's the only upside, everyone. You want to know how much this is, don't you? This is $15 a metre. And that little metallic spot on there, I'll do the side view. I think I can give you a side view. Just try and get that in the right spot. There you go. Move the mug, Lisa. Just move the mug. Rosemary, I can only try. I can only try and make you good. I'm not going to try and make you good in terms of buying fabric. I'm going to make you good in terms of being a productive quilter. There you go. See that? Oh, it's just yummy, isn't it? Right, so I'll leave this one here. Let's just sit that there, and I'll pop the next one on. So these are all under live 5, and they are all 15 a metre. And you can see brand new bolts, which means I can tell you how much I have. I've got, I don't know that I believe, oh yeah, 14 metres, that would be about right. See this tape? I do not put tape on mine. I don't have tape on mine. I don't know, it's just a pain to get off. If they're wrapped, if they come really well wrapped from Japan, I think this company actually, my distributor, my gorgeous distributor, I think he actually bought some of these himself when they arrive. Thank you, Cass. That would be awesome. What plug? Are you all not live? Oh, okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Sharon says I've kicked out the plug, but everything's still working at this end. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, you can. That's all right. Sharon, that was you. That wasn't me. God, give me a heart attack. Do you like this one? See, it's got little, what is on here? Oh, Rosemary, I understand the problem. You love purple. That's right. So, swirls, squares, stars. Hey, Ruthie. And lots of beautiful... Has your scarf arrived yet? I sent it. There we go. And little speckles. Speckles and speckles of gold. Ruth, did my parents tell you to watch because they were here before? I bet you they did. I betcha. Oh goodness, I didn't wish Charlie a happy birthday either. Alright, this is the next one. So now you're going into this gorgeous blue. Beautiful, beautiful blue. I had a dress this colour. See, I've got relatives listening now, so now I do flashbacks. I had a dress this colour bought from Jacqueline Eve at Southland Shopping Centre, and it had that little, you know how, what's that stuff called? Is it shirring? Where you've got all the little rows of elastic about here. So you could pull it down and look respectable. When your parents weren't watching, you could hitch it up and it would come up just mid-thigh. And I bought that to wear to Great Keppel Island when I was 16. This is my favourite blue, and I think it's because of that dress. If I hold that up there for you, you can see it. Now, this is why I wanted to remind you about that pack. So when we did this kids pack, it had a heap of these fabrics from this range in it. Oh, hi Jen, Belle's in the room. But then more arrived. So this was this pack that we did, and then these all go. So I'm not doing another pack with these new ones. I'm doing them by the metre, and kind of because I've got the guilt that if some of you already bought this pack, you might just want to buy a large piece of one of these to use for a border or something, or sashing to go with the other ones. That is correct, Marilyn. It is a constellation. I think that is a very, very good term for that one. Okay, I'm going to put you guys... Oh, I am so solo today, aren't I? Jenny, are you here to help or just make a lot of noise? Hey, Puss? All right, I'll do this one for you. We were sitting on the couch last night watching something. I was sort of just reveling in my post-appointment mode, sitting on the couch, and oh, I know, I was actually a bit brain dead because Steve had set up our Business Australia post account. So this cool thing is now we're going to be like eBay and everybody else. We've got the cool stickers, and you're going to get tracking. So that'll all start next week too, so you know where your parcel is. And I said to her casually, there's about 8 things to put on the website tonight. Oh my goodness, you should have seen the look I got. Alright, so this one is the same pattern, but can you see? We're going quite pastel-y, so it's knocking in and out between a lilac and a purple with that same design. So if I lay this one over the top, go that way, Lise. You know, it's going to pull up these ones that we had in there, and they all go together. They all go together. Now, one thing I want you to just take note of here for me, I popped this wave one in as well. So it's the one in this pack that's actually got black in it. And it feels like a little bit of an oddball, but I have a friend for it now. So I'll just, I want to hold this one up for you, just so you can see it up that way. See that way, it's nice as well. You would think, wouldn't you? You would think that I would have found time in the last 48 hours, and I know I said again Tuesday, to take down Michelle's quilt and put something else up. I'm not still trying to do the soft sell that's starting as a block of the month. I think we've done that, and I will do that seriously in a newsletter. But the reason it's still there is I came home yesterday and I actually had the big list of all of the boutiques that need to go in it, and I was actually cross-referencing which ones we had in stock and which ones we still were waiting on to arrive, which are now coming, and what cutting we had to do for it and where we could get started and how much background we had, because this background is this gorgeous black blue colour. So it was just perfect to leave it there, and then I looked at it 5 minutes before the show and went, change that. I know you won't want me to put the geisha up, so I have to pull one of the geishas out. I might pull both out, put them side by side. Again, when we get into the other room next door, have a little bit more flexibility, but I will promise to make an effort for next week. Promise, promise. Floria, do you like my top? Can I tell you about my top? And I was going to mention it because I think I've said to you before, being live is like a truth serum. It's terrible. The top. So Floria, if you go up to, I'm pointing, DFO at Moorabbin, near the Good Guys and stuff, there is an upmarket Salvation Army op shop. Ginny, no, Gin, not the Sari Silks. There is an upmarket Salvo's op shop. And I dropped some stuff into there, and I walked past a shelf and they had a whole rack of $2.50 tops. $2.50 tops. What is a girl supposed to do? You just reach into your pocket with the loose change and you go, because I'm very conscious that you see me wearing the same clothes when we do so. Come here, you're right. When we do so many shows. So I went, yeah, at $2.50, I'll wear it once. I'll take it back in the next round, in the next box of stuff, back to the op shop, and pick up another 3. The one I had on Tuesday night was another one. So Rob has disapproved of the 3rd one, and he's probably right. The 5th and 6th are right. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm glad you like the top, and yeah, op shop, back to the op shop. It was half price. It would have usually been $5, but it was a $2.50 day. That is the gorgeous black one. So right, so that one's up as well. It's showing up on my dodgy lighting a little bit silver, but it's actually gold. Yeah. That camera. There you go. So this doesn't have all of the pattern that the other ones have got. Okay, it's got well, Floria, you can have mine if you want my top. I think it's a Miller's. It's a Miller's, but of course, because I've picked it up from the op shop, it's probably, you know, a couple of years old. It's all dry cleaned and $2.50 Yodo. What a cheapskate, hey? They spend that there and they go spend a fortune somewhere else. Do you like that? See, it's still got a little bit of purple in there. They are swirls and stars in a touch of purple. And this one, I'm actually going to hold up a couple of other things and show you today. So, if you've got, again, that kids pack, if you wanted a really dramatic effect, you could use this for your background or for your sashing, for the backing, or for anything. Anything you like. I want this one left out. So they're all 15 a metre. Oh, yes, there's a couple more. Hang on. There's a couple more. Put them down there, Jim. Now, these ones... Okay, so there are a couple of new ones that are going on the website that are not on special, but I wanted you to see what they were. Again, we're sneaking them in before Stephen Stock takes them for the new one. So this is another beautiful black, but this one is our normal full price at $26. But I wanted to show it to you because there's others that we've had. We had a beautiful lime green version of it, and there's a new orange and gold, I think, going on to the new site. But this is this one. So this is, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of our cork that's going into those little purses that we've got, the makeup purses from last week. They're all still on the website too, and I know you're all still ordering them. That is fabulous. They're under Live 4 or Live 5, but they're all still there. If you put the word makeup in the search window, you'll pull them up. Please order with confidence. We've just got back orders at the moment because the cork's coming from the US. I'm literally on the phone every morning early with my distributor in the US at the moment because where's my cork? Where's my cork? Where are my zips? Where's my charms? Where's my bag furniture? And then this week, because of all the girls in a quilter's life, where's my scissors? Where's my scissors? Because I've got all the little gold scissors coming for our specials we're doing for Quilter's Life girls. But that reminds me of the cork. So there you go. So if I sit this next to this. Now admittedly we've got two things going on here. This one is 15 a metre, this one is 26. But, you know, put them together, average that price out, they would work really nicely together for your stash for metallic blacks. So I have put that under Live 5 so it's easy for you to find. You're looking cute, Kat, and you're really lucky you're off camera right now. This is... Hello, Sandy. Pauline. Oh, hello, Pauline. How are things in Blackbutt today? Tell you what, it's all go, isn't it? I do have friends that are at the MCG that are all at home, and they're not sewers. They'd be going nuts. This is another one that's brand new to the website. This I can never ever resist a Robert Kaufman autumn print. So they bring these out for the fall and for Thanksgiving and things every year. I pick and choose. I don't get all the ones with the big pumpkins and stuff, obviously, but I pick and choose some of the beautiful leaf coordinates that they do. And I just can't resist. Mum and I have got a thing for leaves. This is all maple and oak leaves, but I also love getting the ones that have got the miniature, the Acer dissectum leaves, because Mum's got a couple of those and she loves them, but I just think, oh, that's good, Polly. I'm glad. Just beautiful, and the fact that the background is matte black, yum, 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 yum. So that one is 26 because he is brand new metallic Robert Kaufman. So he'll be popping, he's up on the website now for your perusal. And you see me ever so carefully putting things down so I don't knock that plug again behind me and take us off air. But we don't use that one for air anymore. Do we, Jim? We just use the one on the other side of the room. The only thing that would go off here is the iron or the sewing machine, and I like it that way. Right. This one is 18 a metre, so it's brand new, but it's one of those theories where I got a mega bolt, so I'm sharing some of the love with you early, and then it will go back to 26. So it, oh, that's a bit harder to see. It's a wood grain. Oh, that's it. You see that there? Beautiful wood grain. So if you're doing an applique, perhaps that's got a roof on a cottage or something, on a dark background, applique in and lay it over with some batiks and stuff would be really, really nice. It's just a really nice textural design. Remember, it is directional, so just keep that in mind if you're going to order some of it. And you've got little knots and stuff here, like it is actually part of bark. bark on a tree. Hello. You've taken your time. Do not stand on the switcher. Do not stand on the switcher. Say hello and then get off. Right. So that one is, this one is, yeah, this one's 18 for you. And there's just one more. We've had this, as you would know, in other colours. We've had it in the beautiful gold that we used for our lanterns, for the little Suffolk puffs last week. And also we've got the gorgeous steel blue. I've forgotten again to bring home the lantern for the trio kit to show you. I've sent the lantern kits out. I'm still going to get that photo to you, so there'll be a note in your pack saying, check the photo on the website. I've left it at work. I'll have to do that for you. But we had it in the steel blue as well. This one I've put out at 15. Now, it's got an unusual... Can you move your tush, madam, so that I can... Oh, no, you'll be right. It's got an unusual, more salmon-y pink, and I think that's why people have found it just a little bit challenging to match up. But have a look at this. See that pink there I've used for the clistaments? That's that pink. So if you're doing anything with this floral from Under the Australian Sun, it's $15 a metre, even for the backing. It would look very, very acceptable to include that in, and it is metallic gold, it's not silver. So it will go with Under the Australian Sun. So that's also in there for you. Okay. Now, Kat, you're sitting on the bolt of fabric. Right. Now, on Tuesday, so following on from... Oh, no, there's one. No, I'll do that in a minute. Don't let me forget that pile of fabric up there. We need to talk about that because I forgot Tuesday. Following on from Tuesday night, when we did our weave bag. I've got Michelle's shoes. Michelle's shoes are holding up the bag. So this is what we touched on Tuesday night, and these are little kits that we're sending out. They're in Live 5, and I think they're 27 or 29.50, and you get everything, and the batting. You get your batting, everything in this kit. So Lisa King is cutting your panels for your bag and your pellin and your stabilizer to go behind the weave. Everything's in there. So you're not going to have to add anything. So there's that kit happening that we did Tuesday night. We've also got the little square purses. Again, if we run out of these square purse frames, please do not panic. I have ordered more, so they're on their way. Ginny, why is the lanyard not on here? It's not on there. Why is it not on there? Hang on. Obviously taken it off for a reason. And then the other kit. So I have to profusely apologise because people were saying, Lisa, I want the blue kit. And I'm going, yeah, order it on the website for me. Wasn't there, was it? You poor things. You thought you were going mad. No, it was me. It was all me. So, and it is yet to go up because I really wanted to get it finished to put it up. So I'll get it to the point, and if I'm not going across to Steve's tonight, then I will get this sewn up tonight. If not, I might just put a picture up to get us started so you can order the kit. And I do apologise, really, really do. In fact, a couple of you put up comments that you wanted one. I'm going, oh, you're Ruth Jim Denise. I'm going, yeah, order it through the website. Please, please forgive me. As a compromise, if you want to email me, do that, and I will add it into your order, and I'm so sorry. However you want to do it so it's off your bucket list, I promise I will not ignore you, and I will add it manually to your order. So, this kit's up. This kit is up separately. I will put this one up. I do have a reason I didn't want to finish this before today's show. I want to use it for something else. And then you've also got a lanyard up like this that comes with your strip of fabric and this to make that up with the instructions. And it comes in this colour or it comes in this colour. Cass is just finishing off the patterns at the moment, so they will all happen. Now, what I want to do today is move on from there and just talk about a couple of different things with the weave again, with some other cool stuff. The other thing too, I could have made up the purse in this. I wasn't being lazy, but I didn't want then someone to miss out on getting their kit this week. So the purse in This colour comes in that floral, and it comes with the champagne. Same combo each way between the two. Alright, so they're those kits. So I'm going to hold on to this. Jen, can you mind that for a minute for me? So what did I want to do? I wanted to just, oh yeah, see, you're going to get 2 bits of your soft and stable like that in your kit, ready to go. You just got to trim them down a little bit. Lisa King was very nervous about getting them exactly right. So I said just cut them a little bit bigger and the girls can trim them down. Ginny, I would really like that bolt of fabric that you're sitting on. I really, really would. You're not helping the situation, mate. Can I just have those? Okay, so before I think it was before Christmas, last year, I talked you all into buying a skein of sari silks. Not all of them, or like after you did, I went and bought more, and I haven't done anything with them. And I've had all these ideas, and then today I finally went, right, this is it. We're going to use them today. And I got Rob to upload the ones that I've got left onto the website. So I want to use the weaving technique that we did. I just have a look at this little bit of yumminess for you. You've just got to look at this. Look at that. How's that for a shot? That is just that winning shot right there, isn't it? That's an Instagram shot just waiting to happen, Cass. Why didn't I do that earlier today? I want to weave the saris. That's what I want to do. So these come, that you'll get them in one of 2 ways. Some of them have been twisted up like this. Some of them have been wound on a large skein and come off. They've both got exactly the same amount in them, just some of them have been twisted down further. But these obviously have come from India. Oh, yes, so someone has just asked, Cass is going to give you the information, and I don't want to say your name wrong. It's Teresia, I think. Teresia, to order, you would go to, today, the way we're doing is you go to www.chandlerscottage.com and put live 5 into the search window, and it will show you everything that we're doing at the show. But Cass will pop a little link in there for you, and it's probably further up in the feed as well. So everything's under live 5. So this is what you get. So they have literally gone through with all the scraps from making beautiful Indian saris. And they have, I'm trying to tempt her, she's just not interested. And they've wound them, they've sewn them together, and then they've put them together. So if you unwound the whole thing, you get all these beautiful colours. And yeah, they're fraying a little bit. I just don't think it matters. I think they're so scrummy, and we've got to talk about couching them as well down onto cushions and things, don't you think? Just yummy. Okay, so what I want to do with these is actually weave them. What's my overhead shot? I want to weave them like this onto background pieces. So, I don't need those 2. I've been having a little bit of a play. When we spoke about it on Tuesday night, I did suggest that one little thing that you could do is some decorative stitching down your strips that are going to be your little posts. Thanks, Cass. See that? So I've had a play just before with my decorative stitches on my machine, and in fact there's another one here. I'll just pull off my banana. See that one? Oh, so I've used a variegated thread that's gonna match in with my yeah, okay, you need to go now. Off you go. Thank you. Thanks. It's going to match in with my sari silks. So I've had a little bit of a play. One thing to watch if you decide to do your decorative stitches, choose one that doesn't have a direction to the left or the right, because then you might have curves going down one side or flowers going down one side. Alright, so instead of having just plain spokes sticking, I don't know what we want to call these, verticals, spokes going down, I'm now going to have ones that have got decorative stitching down them. And I did find that this one I didn't bother top stitching it first. I just had it folded over, so it was just like this, like we did the other night, so it was double folded over, so into the center and in again, so it's 4 thicknesses. I did this one without top stitching down each side. I did switch over to a stronger foot pressure to do it, and I stuck with a flat foot, and I had to go a little bit slower because it's so narrow underneath. If you are running on a 9mm machine, you just have to be careful that choose probably a more solid flat foot. Stick with your number 1 instead of going to an open toe because it's quite narrow. And you can't go to a straight stitch plate, of course, because you're going to have a width of your stitch. So that one was a little bit harder, but then I found the one that Emma and I had top stitched. We'd done an extra, we had actually stitched a separate one that we didn't use when we were doing the bag the other day, and this one had been already top stitched down each side, and it was way easier to work with. So I would really suggest that you take the time to top stitch first, even if you're going to use a decorative stitch, because while you can get away with it holding down and securing the 4 folds, you're going to get a much nicer finish, and it's easier to stay in a straight line. With your bananas as well, if you've got one, cross over to the quilting section on your machine, which is that little square that looks like a quilt. Click on that and choose that you're actually going to tell the machine you are quilting, and it will adjust your tension for you, and it will just sew beautifully because you're going through those extra thicknesses. Or alternatively, you can tell it you're sewing denim, and again it will adjust for you to the right tension, just because you're using technically a thicker fabric. So just a little bit of a heads up there for my poor girls that were coming to workshops tomorrow with their bananas. Oh, it won't happen in May, June or July, but it will happen. Right, so back to the overhead. Let's have another look here. So these are my 2 pieces that I'm going to use where that weave sits, and I have made them just a little bit bigger. I'll sit this down here so you can see. Okay. Hello Petra, how are you this afternoon? Hope you're well. Oh, Robin's here too. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And Barb. Oh, so nice. Okay, so nice to spend time with friends on a Tuesday afternoon, hey? So nice. Okay, so these are going to be my 2 pieces that sit here, and I dilemmaed over how big am I going to make these, because I didn't want it to get too big. I had to think about what I was going to weave through, how many bits of sari silk, and yeah, we're making it up as we go. So, and I've made them wider because you know what I plan to do. I want a cushion. I want a cushion. I want a really cute cushion. So if they're going to be my woven sections for a start, what did I cut them? Alright, so I've cut these 2.5 high. They're not as high as the ones that I've got in the bag. These were 2 3/4, I think. So these are going to be finished 2 when they're finished. And then I've cut these strips that are 1.5. These are 16.5 wide, okay, because I'm planning just a little feature, cute little feature cushion that I'll buy one of those 40 centimetre inserts for. So I'll just leave them out. So I have broken it down into sections. You can't go too big, can you? You'd have to go through, and I think you'd have to go through and put quite a few securing stitches kind of hidden in through here. I'm just a bit nervous about having too much sari silk moving around in this area, so I thought no, I'll break it down into sections. I can always come back and add charms or buttons or bejewel it or another decorative stitch in these sashing sections in between. Right, so we're going to take, not that one, this one, and cut this down. Yep. Cut this down to the height of this. And do you remember what I said on Tuesday night? And I've also popped it in the pattern for you. just, you know, have a little bit of a play around if you want them closer together or further apart. You can do that. How rough am I being here? Oh, this is going to look so cool. I'm very, very happy. So what we're going to do is pin these in place or peg them in place. This is me looking around for the pegs, which are probably there on the other side of the room. Excuse me. Oh dear. And you're only using a 2-inch strip to make this up if you're doing 4 thicknesses. Oh, I'm sorry. Throat's better, but it's not perfect yet, is it? Goodness me. So, you know, it's not a lot of fabric, and it's not going to be a boring or a laborious task if you need to go back and make a little bit more. Now, on this pattern, they sit 1 inch apart, and it doesn't look like 1 inch, but remember there's one here, one here, one here, one here. I want to go a little bit closer. I only want, oh, how do I do this? 1/2 inch in between. So if I sit them, you see what I'm doing? I'm actually lining them up with the grid on the board. I haven't got enough to do that. What am I doing? Let's go out a little bit. Let's put, oh yeah, one there, then one there, and one there. What have you got? Wow, Mum, you can have so much fun with a 1-inch strip of violin on the floor. What do you think, folks? About there. I'll go back and measure between, I promise. I just want to be able to use up all of this bit that I've cut. And that works really well, you know, because it means that I know if I do one more full width across the bolt. Barb Quinlan is in the building. Just saying. I can see you all. There we go. I'm hoping I can do this. There. There. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know what? I'm just going to eyeball it. I really... they're so close together now that... Here we go. That's pretty good. Right. Now, what is going to be the best way? What is going to be the best way to get these on? Without it being a pain. I think... if I lay that over the top, like that, give me 2 ticks. I'm just, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to grab my pegs, my little clippies, which will come on the Never Never order eventually. There we go. Excellent, thank you, Cass. I'm glad we're all taking care of our personal lockdown needs. Facebook. He'll be really annoyed. He's cleaned that apartment from top to toe. If it's not being inspected tomorrow, that's funny. No, it's not funny. It is not funny that we are going to be home. Are we home for 3 days? I don't even know. Oh, hello, Robin, and hello, South Australia. Robin, we need to talk. If I can't come over and stock up again on my wine cellar from the Barossa, we might need to get you to send it to us. This is the time where I tell Robin, had our honeymoon in the Barossa. Because, well, one of the reasons was I was involved in building a dairy dessert plant in Mount Gambier. and we were in the process of moving a production line from Borough Foods. Oh, got to remember to leave a gap at the end, the seam allowance, from Borough Foods in Currumbara to Mount Gambier. And we planned our wedding and our honeymoon to the point where they packed up all the equipment from Currumbara, Borough Foods, and moved it on the truck and assembled it in Mount Gambier. And that's when we got married. And then we had our honeymoon in the Barossa. And from memory, I think Rob literally dropped me off at Mount Gambier on the way back. But it was beautiful. I love Tanunda. I love it all. I love Hahndorf. I love it all. I'm just, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I just want to keep the ones on this side straight for now. Oh, we could probably do it all in one go. Cheryl, you're here too from Dubbo. Unbelievable. We're all here. Love it. Spent a lot of time in Mount Gambier making cheese, that's all I'm saying. Right, and then, yeah, great caravan trips with Mum and Dad when I was little to South Australia, because they were into the kitchen antique thing at the time, so there was a lot of that going on. I do remember when we came back with the, in my little 4-door Corolla on our honeymoon. There was no steering because we had so much beverage, if you like, in the boot. We had to stop halfway home. I hope Rob's not watching. And rearrange the back of the car because the front wheels were sitting up so high I couldn't steer the car. Anyway, we named our first after Chandler's Cottage, which was the name of our first home. We then had Thorngrove, which was named after this insanely beautiful castle-style B&B. In Stirling, I think. Yeah, in Stirling, I think, in the Adelaide Hills. But there you go. Right, I have bored you to tears now, and I have clipped all of that across. It took some time, but I think that is probably the best way to do it, and I wanted to do it because I need you to know if it's the best way to do it as well. Before I do that, let me go back to this just quickly. Hello, Maggie. Christine, you need to get on that plane. You need to get on that plane now if you're going to Cairns. You gotta go, you gotta go. I popped this up on the website as well under Live 5. This is a beautiful, beautiful woolen ribbon that I stashed since before Christmas. I think we had it in a different colour. You can correct me if you like, but I think it was this colour. Hello, Janine. Ah, things in Brizzy as well. Oh. Hey, isn't this just the best to be at this point in life? No matter what the world throws at us, we can still all get together for a chat. Love the technology. All right, this beautiful stuff, I have cut it into 1.2 meter lengths. It's a little pricey. I think this piece is $9.50. I got Rob to put it up. I did it in a hurry. I made that price up. I'm sorry. It's really, really quick. Well, not made it up, but thought what would be an okay price based on what I paid for it. And that's probably what I paid for it. But you know, I wanted to put this up. Is not that not just the most divine thing? So I've cut it into 1.2s because then I know you've generously got enough if you want to weave it through 2 panels on your bag. How close can I get without the camera cracking it? Oh, isn't it just beautiful? And that's the back. I mean, it's all been felted onto this black. It's on black underneath. It's just gorgeous. I'm also thinking, you know, you had a plain jumper. Just add that to the cuffs and make yourself a little bag. Oh yeah, just beautiful. Okay, so my plan, what am I doing to you? My plan was that you would be able to use this to weave if you wanted to. You don't have to, but in terms of doing a gorgeous trim around the top of a bag with the weave or without. Hello Judy from the UK. Oh my goodness, you're up early. You are up early. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That is just yummy. But you know, for anything, any trim around the top of a bag, you could even get this, right? Make one of these. I know you're all going to say, Lisa, please put the pattern up on its own. I'm going to talk you into something else. If you're not in a quilter's life, I need to talk you into it, so give me a minute. This weave, do this still. Pick out some colours from the braid. So if you get some hot pink, do I have any hot pink down there? No. Get some hot pink, get some red, get some blue, anything from the stash to make these on the black. Then just run, maybe put a trim in here of another little colour, then just run black and put this on the bag. Oh, it's just yummy. Judy, are you a Natasha Makes girl? Because right now I know what you're thinking. All those ribbons, all those velvet ribbons that Natasha's got. Hey, the other thing too, we are going to get my designs put onto velvet ribbons. It's going to happen. So, yeah. But this is just gorgeous. All right, so that's up on the website. I think we've got about 12 packs of those. If you'd like some just to have a play with, I know I've kept one for me to have a play. So you could weave it, you can just couch it on, whatever you want to do. It's just a little, it's a pick-me-up. If you can't go out for coffee and cake at the moment, this is fat-free and kind of guilt-free and creative, and it's going to be with you for ages. And that's a nice alternative, I think. It's a good alternative. All right, so you would like me now to just zip it and get this sewn up. So we'll switch over. Plug the banana in. Not very. Okay, give me a minute. She doesn't want to fire up. Come on. Hang on, I know what I'll do. If I pull, what's that connected to? Oh yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Lockdown is not very conducive with running a banana sale in the shop, is it? No. So, yeah, I'll need to come back and talk to you about the bananas that are on special. You are up early, Judy. I know. We need to talk about them because I need to sell them, I'll be honest, before the end of July. So I've got 2 475s, which is what this beautiful baby is. This beautiful, beautiful baby. And these are usually 3299. Yes, and I'm selling my, I have 2 that live in the warehouse or here with me. So this is my personal machine that lives here. Well, not when I say personal machine, that's not right. I have one here for demoing for the shows, and I have one at work. So I have 2. And they have done 0 work compared to a normal machine. If we went into the software and had a look at the moment, they've probably done a whole of 3 hours sewing all up. And they're usually 3299, and they will be 2599 when I put them out. So it's a massive, massive saving. And you still get all of your warranty. You still get your 10-year warranty, 5 and 10-year warranty from the day you buy it. And Tim gives them a really good clean out and oil and everything. And updates any software that needs updating from Mr. Banana before they go. So, you know, if you need a machine, please just let me know and we can have a chat. And if you don't live close to the warehouse, or you do and you don't want to come and pick it up because of lockdown, we get it to you safely, and then we have a lovely little FaceTime chat and go through everything about your machine. I know all the girls at the moment in the quilting class are going, "No, we're still waiting for that." I know. Okay. Now, can you see what I'm doing from any of my cameras? You cannot. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to let you watch from overhead for a minute. I didn't do a really good job of setting up that camera overhead today. Don't forget the fabric on the shelf. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Oh, thanks for that. I knew you'd remind me. I will. Thank you. All right, so through here, we're going, where those pegs are, we have got to just watch ourselves because I've got that little strap under there. If you have a machine that does not have a super good, strong needle shaft, there is nothing to be ashamed about that at all. Just remember maybe to adjust your foot pressure before you get started. I don't need to, oh yeah, I'll brag, I don't need to worry about changing mine. In fact, what this machine does, even if you increase your stitch length, it will adjust the tension on the machine for you digitally and automatically so that you don't have any grief at all. You know, I hate that when you get halfway through and you go, that's a bit tight. And I'll just check. Sorry, you just got the whole blonde regrowth thing going on there. One day, Fiona. I know, and that day will come. One day. Definitely that day will come. Cindy's in the building. So, Judy, if this is the first time you're watching, I just should explain that my lovely viewers put up with the bell tingling in the background. Because that is Miss Gin the cat. So if you re-watch earlier, you'll get to see the Gin. And don't take her bell off because we, for the shows, which I probably could, but she has free rein and she's a very good girl. She doesn't wander far from home. But at the back of our house we have, I think it's, I don't know if it's 100 or 200 acres, I'm not sure. We have this big kind of easement sanctuary with a lot of native birds, and it goes right down to the wetland bird reserve. So we don't just have your common blackbird and starling going on here. We have beautiful, beautiful birds. Joan Crawford, go back to work. Just having a sneak peek. How are we looking? So if I open, that's the first one. So we'll zoom down the other side. Sneak peek. Love a sneak peek. Yeah, well, we'll leave this up. Oh, I have it. Cass. If you're there, aren't you? Can you do me a favour? Can you please put for everybody, because I'm going to beg them, favour, to go to YouTube. Now, if you could put up our YouTube link to the Lisa Chandler channel, which probably should have been called in retrospect the Chandler's Cottage channel, but it's under there. Can you please, girls, do me a favour, please. If you do go back and watch the show again, it is now, we're popping them all up on YouTube. And it's because a lot of people, it's hard to go back through a feed on Facebook and find things. So we're putting them all up on the Lisa Chandler YouTube channel. Now, the favour I have to ask, it's a big ask, I'll admit, is next time that you're on YouTube, not necessarily watching us or watching Natasha, Melissa, I'll come back to you on that. If you're watching Natasha or anything on YouTube, if you've got 5 seconds, could you please go into the Lisa Chandler channel and subscribe for me? A lot of you, we've got about 400 and something subscribers, and it's no biggie to me. They're people that have subscribed so that they're just notified when there's something new on our website, because on our YouTube channel, because we did a lot of craft and cook last year, which we're not doing at the moment. Kate's off on uni, and we've been busy, and lockdown's got in the way, and we will come back to them. But Cass and I have been investigating how we can stream this live show for you still on Facebook, but on YouTube at the same time, because there's a lot of advantages to that. One, you can put it on you can pop it on your TV. Heaven forbid you've got my TV size, but it does help some people. You know, if you've only got a phone, it's much easier to see on the TV screen. So you can go to YouTube on your television, or you can watch me. You can watch this on your iPad, and you can order things as we go from the website on your laptop. So it just gives you the opportunity to be listening to me in the background and ordering at the same time. For us to be able to do that, Cass and I had a look, and I think it does cost a lot of money to pay for the software or the rights to stream through Facebook and YouTube at the same time. But when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you are allowed to do it. So that is why I'm asking. We'd love to get our subscriptions up to 1,000, and then we could be able to do that for you. So you'd be able to watch it on the TV a lot easier. I think some people do now, but it's much easier to do, and it just means that you can do YouTube at the same time as looking at the website, if you wish. Going quite there, Fluffball. All right. You're so good, Cass. Mate. I don't know if you realise Cass isn't here. She's not like 5 minutes away or 5 kilometres away. She's in Sydney. So, but that's okay. It's like we're next door all the time. All right, folks, let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we go. Ta-da! Now, did I get them really straight? No, I did not, because I was talking to you and doing it in a hurry. Please, please try and get them straight for me. That would be great. All right, I'm just going to plug the iron in so we can give this a quick iron out. Say goodnight, Benina. Turn off our lights. That was nice having him on because he's got lovely bright lights as well. Okay, so we'll heat him up. Oh, I just want to do it. I just want to do it. I just want to do it. Okay, so the skeins of sari silks. That is so wonky. Okay, maybe pin, folks, or at least mark it and tack them first like it says in the pattern. Don't do as I say, not as I do. But it does look quite cool with those stitches. If you have a machine, Melissa was back here. I need an embroidery unit for my 770. Okay, Melissa, I can organise all of that for you, and in fact I have a demo model of an embroidery unit, so you need to talk to me fast before I advertise that any further than what I've just said. But yeah, upgrades, not a problem. All of our standard servicing comes with an upgrade anyway too. Okay, just I couldn't help myself, I had to trim that off. Okay, here we go. So that is my little woven bit. So you can imagine if I do another one here, down here, we're going to have all different sections with that in between. In fact, I could do a different stitch, couldn't I, on each one? That'd be cool. Right, it's the time of reckoning. Hey, should we try this too? Because this is a Tidal Weave. Let's just quickly do this one. Hey Barb Falloon, how are you? It's been a while. So that's going to look quite cute. But I feel like now maybe weave this one and then maybe sew that one on that one in between, and then have another woven one down here. Let's just sit that there for a minute. Okay. Right. Now, this pile, it's a little bit like when you buy beautiful skeins of spun wool, and it really, I've never mastered it. Where's the best spot to cut? So there's a tie there. Oh, I probably could have untied the other end. Never mind. So I'm working blind too, girls. I haven't got my glasses on. I'm not one of those people that's really patient with undoing bows on presents. Never have been. So you can see this, it just pull a rabbit out of my hat. So you're going to be able to have a play with these, I suppose, and choose which colours you want. Because it looks like on this one, it's that long. So you can, I think you'll be able to come through and choose which colours you want to use. So that this would go with this, just as an example. Oh, so much fun. Okay. Oh, these would be great also to use for making your rope bowls, and for wrapping your rope for your rope bowls, and also for making your recycled fabric rugs, just to pop that little bit of extra colour in. I am going to make a complete schmozzle of this in 5 seconds, aren't I? Oh, there's so much going on in here. I've got, I bought from Kmart, so did Mum, for all of, I think it was $18, a shawl in grey, and I don't know what it's made of. It's probably a polyester knit. But I'd lost it. How do you lose it? But I found it. It was hanging up under the stairs at work. And I'm thinking, you know, just thinking about doing this sort of thing, just rolling it and then hitting it with the monopoly just over the, just making little roses and embellishing it. It's just, it needs a little bit of an oomph. Okay, let's go. In, out, in, out. No, Sharon, I haven't forgotten the fabric on the shelf. I will. Right, I'll pop this one through here. Speaking of people that pick up from us, I think it's a 3-day lockdown, but look, whatever happens next week and tomorrow, we will be, with the door closed, in the building, still getting your orders out. If we can get your order ready tomorrow for you, or even Saturday, and you are a click and collect person, we will still give you a call and we can do prepaid and contactless pickup at the door. I am assuming, like we used to. Depends what they have done to us all. I haven't, as I said, I haven't had a look. One. So I'm just putting this through with the raw edges. I am going to accept that I'm going to get raveling happening and fraying happening. So what I would suggest is with these, if you really want it to look super neat, fold those corners under or hit them with your bias maker. Oh, which reminds me, I also put up under live 5 the 1-inch bias maker, because these ones in our bag, okay, these are 1-inch finished in the pattern. Now, I have used a 4-inch strip and I have folded over twice so that it's 4 thicknesses. So it's really sturdy. But if you decide that you want to do more of this and you're happy to come through in some spots and secure it down in a couple of little spots, and you don't want to use as much fabric, because 4 inches, it's going to add up if you're going to do a big cushion or something. Here's your bias maker. So I've popped these up so they're easy to find. So that makes a big 1-inch piece. So it will be a piece of bias instead of the 4 thicknesses with the top stitch. But just remember, don't cut your fabric on the bias, just cut it on the straight grade because you're not needing the curve, so it will sit nicer if you just cut it straight with the weave of the fabric. So they're up there too. I just, you know, if you don't want to use all of that, or you've got lots of bits left over, strips that are left over from sashing or whatever, it would be great to make a cushion up with them or with this technique. So you could resort to using a bias maker so it's thinner, and also, yeah, you're not going to use as much fabric up depending on what you've got. I'm going to run, actually I'm going to run, no, I'm going to do a blue. I think I'll put 4 through. Oh, really, Jane? Yeah, crazy patchwork. See, they come through really scrunched, but if I hit that with the iron, you know, I'm going to get a really nice, at least 1 inch strip out of these. And so, again, I could come through with a, you know, I could make a whole heap of beautiful 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. And foundation. Oh, look, just so much stuff. Lucky some of us, those lucky ones of us in lockdown. Thank you, Melissa, for the update. That is good to know. Details at 4. Whatever Jared says goes. I wouldn't want to argue with the man. Military style operation. But seriously, if you had something on this weekend that you were really looking forward to, I feel for you. You know, a workshop is a workshop, but a wedding's a wedding. A christening's a christening. A family reunion. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. But we've got to keep us all safe. Got to be safe. Oh yeah, what do I do with them? They're in here somewhere, aren't they? There they are. Now, okay, going back to patterns and things. If you would like the pattern for this bag, we are not selling this one for that little woven bag. We're not selling it to you for $12 or $13. I won't do it because what I would rather you do, even if you only join for a couple of months, I would love you to join. A Quilter's Life. I'll just quickly show you this in case you haven't seen it, because a Quilter's Life is $10 a month, and this pattern is going up for free on a Quilter's Life as part of your membership. And there are heaps and heaps of other patterns in there and other ones going up. So I'm sort of being a bit of a devil and saying, no, I'm going to make you join a Quilter's Life because I would love you to go and join. It's going to give you lots of specials. It gives you privileges on buying kits for upcoming workshops and block of the months and all sorts of things. And we will be running, based on what's happened, some machine quilting demos and things on there. So please, if you do want the pattern, join up because it's going up there. Cass and I'll probably have it done tonight. Oh, no car club Christmas in July. Yeah, see? Does it come out automatically every month? Fiona, what happens is, you see it said it's a quilterslife.podia.com, so it's actually a separate company, if you like, that runs a really secure website. And so you pop your payment details and your email into there, and it takes it out for you each month. So it's once a month. And then you will get a little email. I think that's right, Cass, isn't it? Yeah. You get a little email telling you that there's something new to view. And you can pop in there anytime. You log in anytime. You can go in. There are patterns to download. There are free things to download as well. We've got a few free things there that even if you don't want to join up yet, you can download those. There's a couple of examples. So there's recipes and demos, and there's blogs from me. And we've got a little bit of a healthy quilter thing going on as well. I tell you what, even though I haven't ironed this, I'm pretty happy with that. So, This was never the plan to put with this. It was just sitting here and it asked me to do it. It said, please Lisa, please put that next to those. Oh, did you see on the back? I didn't tell you, I popped a stabilizer on. I had Whisper Weft at home. I didn't have any Violin, but you can use Violin or Whisper if anything like that, and iron-on interfacing. Those that are getting the kit, you've got iron-on interfacing, but whatever you've got, you just want a little bit more stability underneath before you do the weave. So he's supposed to have his so Donna, what's going on? 40th. So when's his party? Last week in July. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed, mate. It'll all happen. Are you happy with that? I'm very happy with that. But you can see what I mean. Like, I've chosen those colours because they kind of worked with that braid. But in all of these packs, there is a multitude of different colours to play with. And it's going to be potluck which one you get. But don't be fooled, it's a little bit like buying a variegated thread. What you see on the outside isn't going to give you a true indication of all of the colours that are inside. But anyway, if you're going to get a lucky dip, that's a pretty good lucky dip, isn't it? So I'm going to hold this one over here for you. Whoosh. Oh, up the other way. So you can see it's just a bit of fun. I've left mine really rough, but you can, as I said, iron them down so they look a little bit more like a ribbon. Oh, you have joined. I've been looking since last week. Looks great. Oh, I wanted to know what else you added to your wraps you were making. I don't know what wraps I was making. You have to tell me which wraps I was making, Fiona. I don't remember. Was it food wraps or was it... I don't know if it was food wraps or other wraps. There you go. Okay. So, that is those. So I've got this obsession at the moment with cuffs. Who knows why. Now, as Sharon said, do not forget the stuff on the shelf. I'll move this to the side. Oh, right. I'm using Black Magic today, which is our beautiful black solid cotton fabric from Maywood Studios. I've popped it under live fibre as well. It's not on special, it's $16.50 a metre, but I thought if you did want to grab some to have a little bit of a play like I am, I wanted to make it easy for you to find. And I will just put this around. Yeah. Okay. Let's not be silly, Lisa. Are you still waiting on that birthday party, Cass? So Cass's sister is here in Melbourne with me, and sometimes I feel, it almost makes me feel guilty that I could just go and visit Cass's sister and she can't see her, and I should go. I'll just rock up at the door one day and say, I'm your big sister. All right, move those aside. Oh, that was just to show you the other variegated thread that I was playing with. I've got quite a few superior threads that I'm going to pop on special through the show, but there you go. Fantastico. It's yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got quite a few. I'm going to do them up in bundles for you, but we need to have a thread session. I'm not just going to say, here, buy all these embroidery threads. I need to explain how to use them, what they're used for, which needles you use them with, and all that sort of thing. Now, so, Saturday last week? Not the one just gone, the one before, when we did the Saturday show. Remember that? We did a mad Saturday afternoon, and I think it was when, so Cass, I think it's when you just gone into, so Sydney had just gone into lockdown, about there. So we did a Saturday show. And it was the first one that I'd done since that's right. No one's happy I'm allowed to talk non-stop again now. It hasn't improved my singing. I asked for a pitch perfect smooth soprano voice. And Justin, my insanely lovely ENT, said, I'm not sure I can organise that for you. I said, well, you're going to play with my vocal cords. So while you're there, because my grandmother, Violet, had the most magnificent soprano voice. I grew up going to the Belgrave CWA choir practice. So on a good night now, with a little aperitif, I can still knock out badly every song from Oklahoma. Yeah, beautiful voice. And so has my mum, Pam. She had the insane voice as well. Beautiful soprano. What did I get? I got the music bit. For a while there, I was a budding organist and was a qualified Yamaha teacher. But I didn't get the voice. So I asked, evidently not, according to Robert, when he heard me trying to sing the other day. So there's not good. Okay. These are what we put up on the Saturday show. Now on that show, we had you ordering through live comments, and as we all know, it took us 2 weeks to fill all of the orders, so that was a lesson learnt there, wasn't it? But now I've put them up in live 5 for you on the website. It's a dodgy photo, it just is a rough photo, because it's really just for you if you're watching, so that you know where to find them if you want to order one. These are a grown-up girl's mystery pack or lucky dip, and Mum has packed off for me all of these packs, that shop, all of these packs, and they've all got 10 fat quarters in them. There is no rhyme or reason. I can't tell you how much it stressed her out that I didn't actually want her to match up ranges or colour, because for those that have seen Mum's remnants packs, oh, it just frustrates me. I've got a car full of them. They brought them down today, and I can't have them in the shop now for 3 days. But yeah, it stressed her out no end. But I said, no, I need you just to do a random pack. But look, they're all pretty much my fabrics, and they're all Summer Palace, Hampton Stripe, Melba, and Under the Australian Sun. Why would you buy them like this? Well, if you buy a pack of 10, they are $39.50 for 10 fat quarters. So they work out to $16 a metre. Now all of these, there is nothing wrong with them. They are all perfectly good. What happened was, when we had our last exhibition in May, we had a lot of fabric cut. A lot of people buy fat quarters when they come to the exhibition. It's a little impulse buy, which is lovely. I do it too. You know, when you're there. So we had a lot cut for that. And we had them cut for something else we had them cut for that didn't go ahead. So instead of letting them sit in the warehouse and in our showroom, doing nothing, we've repacked them into these packs. So we'll just give you an idea. So when you buy one, there is no rhyme or reason over which one you will get. Just show you another one. So that one's got some butterflies and some other fabrics in there. So that's that one. This one, oh well, hello, there's an out of print. Look at that. If you're watching Flick, this is the one that I'm sending down that was the banners on the front fence for the last show, and there's some of that in there for you to make the car cover or whatever you do. So they're all my current, oh, what? Oh, that's hen's teeth right there. Hello, Merlot. So you just don't know what you're going to get. Butterflies. So if you're thinking about, you know, right, so again, in the Quilt's Life, you've got the pattern for the purse. If you're thinking about going through all those little projects and kits that I've put up in that club, or if you've got some, you want to start making up. Cass, did we get this done? This was supposed to go up for the girls as well. I don't know if it did. That's the Indian treasure purse. I think it did. If not, we've missed it. But little things like that don't take a lot of fabric. This is a lovely pack, and if you have got a stash of these sort of fabrics already, well then this is just a really nice way to add a little bit more oomph into your pack. So that's those. Now, quickly before we go, I cannot wait to move all of this into the next room. We're going to redo these shelves for you before next week. We really, really do. Why is that sitting down there? Oh, yes. Next week. Okay. On Tuesday, we're going to do two things. We are... Oh, you got your treasure purse? Great, I'm glad. So much going on, and I was probably... Takes a while for the drugs to wear off, doesn't it? You know, you think you know what you're doing for 2 weeks after a GA, but... these packs are our designer block packs. Remember we did these last year. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up. These are... Really should manicure those nails, shouldn't I? These are our packs that we did last year. So you get 5.5 inch strips, and the whole fun thing is that you get the pattern in there and a diagram to make up a pointed Dresden, and you've got enough to make 2. So in the pattern on the back cover, I've given you some ideas of how you can use it. I just wanted to show you this one. Ginny, can we, excuse me, oi, pussycat, you're too noisy. I threw something at her the other night and she went through the roof. Gin. Have a bag. Thank you. Right, so these, so you've got all the instructions in there to make 2. Now, I wanted you just to know quickly about this because, do you remember when we haven't got a lot of this lilac left that's in this pack? So I'm upgrading the pack and I'm going to come back with that next week. And we're popping in our new teal, flowering gum that we did in that show 2 weeks ago is going in here. So that's 001214 if you wanted to have a look at it on the website. It's going to go in the pack instead. I'm going to remake this, but in that next show next Tuesday, promise, we're going to do a new project with this as well. So it's going to be, you can make your pointed Dresden, which I've demoed before, but I'll quickly show you. Or we're going to make something really nice and new with these fabrics as well, with the new pack. So if you did want the old pack, pop into pre-cuts on the website and grab one now with that lilac. I just wanted to say that because the new one's coming through. I think there's about 4 or 5 of them left. We're moving on. We're going to put the teal, the new aqua teal in instead. So that, we're going to work on that Tuesday. The other thing, get this out for a minute. The other thing that we are doing, there's so much going on. The other thing that we're doing next Tuesday is we're going to do this bag. Now, this one was a project, I think, in Quilter's Life. No, not Quilter's Life. Quilter's Companion magazine a while ago, or Homespun, one of those two it went in. And it was originally made and designed as a raffle prize for our beloved Australian textile exhibitions that we had at the Botanic Gardens. So I want to come back and make it with you and do the little demo on appliquing and how your different options for doing the coloured sections, can't even think what to call them at the moment, stamens or whatever, of your flowering gum. So that's going to be Tuesday, but I'm going to make it the second time around with the black background here. So it'll be very dramatic. We're going to have black and do it over the top with red flowers, and we will do kits for both. So that's going to be Tuesday. Very, very excited about doing that. So between this pack, I'm sure you can see a little bit of a colour thing going on here now. So we're going to work with this pack and we're going to work with this on Tuesday. The other thing that we're going to work with too is I'm going to work with Polyfuse. Now, if you're in our Applique Sampler Club, the pack that you have got or is hurtling its way to you at the moment has Polyfuse in it, and you'll be using that this month for pre-shaping some of your appliqued gum leaves. And I'm going to actually do it on the live as well because I managed to get in some nice pre-cut packs of this, Matilda's own ones. I want to show you how to use this to pre-shape these leaves instead of doing the raw edge applique if you wish, and just give you a little rundown on how it all works. This is actually a fusible, water-soluble tearaway, but if you follow the guru Maria Waters, and I'll show you what she did with it as well next week, you can leave it in your work. It doesn't have to come out. So we're going to use that as well. So that is going to be Tuesday. We're very excited, aren't we, Miss Gingy? Are you coming over? Can you buy the I can't speak, Donna. Purse furniture separately. So I only had about 10 of those, Donna, and I'm filling orders at the moment. And yes, I've sourced more and they will be on their way. So to answer your question, yes, not today, not tomorrow, but definitely they were on their way. And I'll let you know when they're here. All right, so that's Tuesday with the other one. Missy Moo, are you coming over? Are you coming over? You can come over now if you wish. No? You're not fussed. Okay. Polyfuse. Applique Club ladies as well. And gents? No, only ladies so far, I think. If you're already in the club, I will be doing special offers on Polyfuse that will go in a newsletter to you for the club, or I will pop it on the Chandler's Cottage Applique Sampler Facebook page. And if you are waiting for the club to start, I think one poor person rang yesterday and said, when is it starting for me? Steve reckons we'll be well and surely up and running at the end of this month for new members, and I'll make sure everyone knows about that as well. Now, for Thursday Playday next week, we are going to play with this boring looking thing. And you're going, what on earth is that? It is a felted grey basket. And it is very generously sized. Now, this one has got a bit of fluff and stuff on it because I bought a couple and I trialed them so that I knew it all worked. Good morning, Donna from sunny UK. Is it really sunny? Are you just messing with me? Are you really just messing with me that it's sunny? Probably is, isn't it? Donna, can I tell you what happens is when I come to the UK, I'll be so excited, but when it hits 28 degrees, 29 degrees, when I'm in Essex, it feels like 35. 20, I don't know, 28, you'd all feel the same way that have been, right? When it's 28, 30 degrees in the UK, it feels so much hotter than it actually, I don't know why it is, I don't know. Yeah, so, yeah, my mum is a Essex girl. It is 200 years, so the 200th anniversary of when Constable painted the Haywain. Mum's from Dedham, which is all Constable country paintings this year, so I don't know if Mum knows that yet. She does now, because she's going to watch it on YouTube later. So once the National Gallery, I can get into the National Gallery and we all feel good, I've got to go in with Mum because we've got some Constable paintings in the National Gallery in Victoria. All right, this is the basket. So it's a dark grey felt. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be a mega inspiration pack. So I'm just showing you the plain base of what we're going to work with, and then I'll have a bigger sneak preview for you on Tuesday. Everything for this is out the back. So when you get this, you're going to open them out, see the slots on the side, you're going to fold it out, and as I said, I've been using mine and testing it. It's really, really good. Like this, see how big it is? And then these come out, and these are your handles. So what we do is you fold these up and we thread these through, and you can go out and in or in and out. Sorry, I've missed one. I'm just only doing one at a time. I've got to do two. Fold this up. And depending on how you decide to decorate, and they're not, I don't want you to start thinking these are super expensive. They are not. I know there's a few bag kits and things I've seen from the US and everything that are quite expensive. These are not. So you're going to love this inspiration pack that I'm putting together for you. Alright, so that, and again, it's going to be up to you whether you want your handle rod on the inside or the outside. And then you pop this through. And that is one side done. Alright, so I'll do the other side. So, what we went in first, I'm going to go the other way now. Is that right? Yeah. So, because it's flat, it is a fantastic medium, if we want to use the fancy schmancy word, to try out different embellishment techniques. So I have collected a theme, if you like, of colours. Now the ones that I'm going to run, I will admit, are in some of my fave colours next week. So we're going to run those sort of Melbourne Nouveau colours, so pinks and crimsons and teals and silvers, but not necessarily in Melba. I've got wool, I've got ribbons, I've got all this different stuff that I'm going to show you how to use it to embellish onto a felt that's not hard to sew through. We'll also do a little bit of work with polyfuse. We'll come back and do a little bit of that again, but this is what we're going to decorate. And even with the handles, we're going to cover these. We'll do little embellishments on these. We're going to make some bias up and cover them. But it is literally going to be a fun play day. So what will happen if you decide to order this all-encompassing kit, it's going to come with packed inside it all the bits and bobs that I'm going to use to show you how to embellish, and then you can go back and watch it on YouTube and decide which ones that you want to try out if you want to. Now, this is it made up as a basket, but you're going to have another option. So I'm going to mess with you. You're going to be able to do other things with this if you don't want to. Now, I like the basket idea. I think it's practical, right? So I use about 4 of these for my wall, looking in the cupboard. I've got projects in them and everything. So if I open it out again, hold it up for you. Have you worked out what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to cut it up. I am going to cut it up. So, if I do that and fold that over, this is going to be a satchel. And these slits here, we are going to put zips behind. So we're going to use zips, behind. So one of them is going to have a pocket here, and we're going to add a zip to this one, and this will be a zip pocket here. And that is going to be a satchel. How naughty is that? I'm going to do it. Then we're going to use this one over, we can use another one. So that'll take up that area there. You'll be able to do the same. I've got another project for that one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. But then another one down here. I'm going to do it as a different wallet. So this one's going to be thinner to put stuff into. So we'll do another one here. But you can cut it up and use it too. I have great plans as well to incorporate this section here sewn onto the back, and then you'll be able to clip on your shoulder straps onto these. And I need a new mouse pad, and this is the perfect stuff to use for a mouse pad. So we're going to do some embellishment onto this, and we're going to bind the edges around it, and then that's going to be another project. So the whole idea is you can make one whole basket and embellish the whole thing, or you'll be able to cut it up and use it for different projects, including little bags. So excited. So anyway, that is what we're going to do. Great Christmas. Oh, Felicity Bonner, you come out with them every time. Yes, you could. They would make a great Christmas stocking for kids, because then it's something practical that then they can take home and use it all the time. And in fact, back in that bin stage, you could do that, you know, that whole bit where you sew on a little extra sleeve around the top that will gather up, so you can make it into, have a little top on it as well. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So that is me trying to get to that point where I said that on Tuesdays we'll make stuff that involves a lot of sewing and traditional patchwork and bag making, and then on the Thursday we're going to go wacky and do really different stuff. So that is what we will do next week. Now, let's see where this lockdown all goes, yeah, for the next couple of days. If you feel that if we all feel we need a little bit more of a pick-me-up, just message me and say, Lise, do you want to hop online and have a little bit of a chat? I've now can't run workshops for the 2 next days I planned, and I'm going to, Cass and I are going to talk about perhaps doing a little, kind of like a little online course. We'll run it through Podia, but it won't at this stage be a Quilter's Life. We'll just do it for the girls that we're going to do the workshop and give that a go, and then it will go across to Podia later. But I'll see how I go on the weekend. I might just pop in and say a quick hello and see where you're all at and let you know what I'm up to. You don't have to watch, but I might do that and just touch base with you all, because it's a rough time, and as I said, we're lucky we have our craft, aren't we? We're lucky we have our mates that we can talk to on Facebook or FaceTime and have a little bit of a chat. I'm going to run off now and catch up with my mates in the UK, because they'll be up now like Judy, and check that they're all okay as well. But yeah, stay in touch with people, including me, all right? And Quilter's Life, I gave you a pep talk this morning too. If you haven't had a look at that yet, why did I get stuck in about what to do? About keeping, if you can't go anywhere at the moment, make sure that the place is looking pretty good before you can go out. Wow, I got stuck in. It was a bit rude. But yeah, and make sure you look after yourselves and get up in the morning and get some stuff done, all right? I will see you again, if not before Tuesday on Tuesday, and it will be a 2 p.m. And I'll have a chat with Rob and look at the weekend. I'll give you pre-warning about half an hour if I'm going to pop in, all right? You enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you very soon, all right? Bye for now. Bye. Oh, if it takes me 5 minutes with the blank screen, I'm sorry. Facebook have been messing with how we set up live, so it takes me about 5 minutes to clock off. So enjoy Michelle's quilt, okay? Bye.